Hello there, I'm June Ranson, Woburn International, and as promised, I'm going to talk to you about how will New Zealand move forward and the impact. And this is my update for you. Now, what is actually happening in New Zealand as we move out of our current level 4 lockdown into level 3 on the 28th of April? So what does it mean to the employer and our migrant community? Now, the bubble you've been living in has been extended to include your family that is not living with you and caregivers. Unfortunately, the changes aren't too great, but some employers are able to start preparing for their business being operational outside of their current lockdown constraints. I can advise that I am constantly in communication with the New Zealand Immigration Headquarters and can report that they are reviewing how they will operate going forward, and I'm actively involved in this. I'm concerned for you folk who have had your visas issued to travel to New Zealand and the entry dates are getting close to expiry. Now, immigration is well aware of this, and we are waiting to hear how the government is going to treat you. I know that also that there are a lot of people, through no fault of your own, will in fact breach the conditions of your visa, and perhaps you've lost your job or working shorter hours, and I'm doing my best to make sure you are treated fairly. You've invested a lot of money in this, so you do need help. Now, immigration has started to process some visa categories for applicants who are already in New Zealand that fall outside of the non-essential service categories, and they include the temporary visa applications for victims of domestic violence, partnership, category temporary visas, and that includes also the reassessments, full fee paying student visas, post-study work visas. Now, whilst immigration has announced that to help employers, the migrant who holds a work visa can change location of their employment and position held, this isn't straightforward, so be careful. And too many are being declined, so please get professional advice. Now, whilst our border is closed, people offshore whose skills and professional and are recognised as exceptional and have identified an employer who needs them, it is possible to get through the system to New Zealand. And that's if we need you. But do remember that your circumstances must really be exceptional to be granted an exception at this time. To give you some positive focus, New Zealand does have to rebuild economically, and we will need assistance. So if our country interests you, you must start planning now. This takes time. Things are not going to happen quickly, but planning and preparation is essential. And we are going to need an injection of monies from investors, so they are also going to play a big part in New Zealand's recovery, because investors with their monies help build the opportunities for new jobs. Now, I would love to hear from you. So until next week, this is June Ranson. Bye for now.